from JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 6th, 2017. Over 1,000 people attended the funeral today of 69-year-old Reuven Schmerling, who was found dead earlier this week with stab wounds in the West Bank Arab-Israeli city of Kfar Qasem. Schmerling was a resident of the nearby Jewish settlement of Elkanah and owned a business in the Arab-Israeli city. Israeli authorities are still investigating whether his murder was the result of some business dispute or whether it was nationalistically motivated. The Schmerling family maintains that he was a victim of terrorism. Israeli radio station Reshet Bet reported this afternoon that 2 Palestinians were arrested by Israel on suspicion that they were somehow involved in Schmerling's death. The 2 are said to have gone to the Palestinian Authority police force to turn themselves in and were then arrested by Israeli forces. Police in Ukraine arrested 3 men said to be behind a number of anti-Semitic incidents there, including throwing a grenade at Jewish worshippers in the city of Uman near the grave of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov on September the 21st of this year. Ukrainian police said the 3 were terrorists seeking to escalate tensions between ethnic groups in Ukraine through violent acts. After being at sea for 2 months, American aircraft carrier the USS Bonham Richard docked in the southern Israeli port of Eilat yesterday. It is a helicopter carrier, and this is the first time that it has visited and docked in Israel. Sailors and crew members are said to have plans to visit cultural and heritage sites in the country next week. Commander of the 15th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Colonel Joseph R. Clearfield, said, "We came to work together with our partners, and our strength is the best amphibious task force in the world." Some 3,000 runners from around the world took part this morning in the 3rd annual Biblical Marathon in Israel, tracing a route described in the book of Samuel from the city of Rosh Ha'ayin in central Israel to the West Bank settlement of Shiloh. Runners came from as far as China and Brazil, as well as from Russia, Sweden, and Spain. The men's marathon was won by Poland's Lukasz Wilk. The women's was won by Israeli fitness coach Ayelet Shrem. The marathon was not without some controversy. Last month, the Association of International Marathons said it would not deem the Biblical Marathon an official marathon because it passes through West Bank territory. The Israel Marathon Association said that the international group had displayed a, quote, discriminatory nature against the Bible Marathon, calling it the unjust and politicized denial of membership to the world's oldest running event. Well, when Israeli President Reuven Rivlin opens his Sukkah to the public on Monday, he will be celebrating not only the Jewish festival, but also the diversity of Jews in the diaspora. The annual Open Sukkah this year will pay tribute to the cultures and accomplishments of Jews around the world in an event titled Celebrating 70 Years in the President's Sukkah with Our Brothers and Sisters of the Diaspora, and will include art displays and musical performances from Jewish communities around the globe. Rivlin said the Jewish people is one family, and we have a duty to learn about the different cultures and day-to-day lives of Jews around the world, communities that, although they are great distances away, remain very close to our hearts. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight, Friday, October the 6th, live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from Central Synagogue, followed by musical performances from Israeli singer David Broza, American folk legend Peter Yarrow, and more. At 8, it's a night of Jewish humor from the 92nd Street Y. At 9 o'clock, it's the Yom Kippur war film, The Battle Over the Soul. And at 10:30, it's Muzika with Israeli artist Asaf Avidan. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 5:30, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin looks at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 6th, 2017. I will be back with the news on Tuesday after the Columbus Day holiday weekend. Shabbat Shalom.